I just felt so bad in the sense because now he has a job. Maybe he would be able to pay for something, but what am I gonna have for the children? Because I just left these 2 jobs. I really don't have no money here. So, and then I got over it really quick. Like the next 2 days, I just got over it really quick because once again, I was secretly like going on their pages and checking, and it was like he was still doing the same thing. But this time he ended up changing like all the passwords to all his stuff. So I couldn't see a lot of things. So then Jolene and I started like having like these lunch dates, because I signed up for like food stamps up there, and cash assistance. I signed up for everything. They even transferred like the free childcare up there so that they could go to school, and daycare. And I even signed up my oldest son to start going to school there, getting him his uniform, backpack, getting him all ready for to go to school in Fort Myers. So now she breaks down everything that happened during the year that we wasn't talking. And I remember asking her, like, why you never called my best friend back? Why you never explained everything? And she was like, to be honest with you, when my best friend had called her, I was there, so I remember. She was like, my best friend was just going off on her, and at the time she didn't know what to really say because that kind of caught her off guard. And she had just like started the job that she was working, and so she was in the middle of like cleaning a patient and doing all of that. So it was like it came to her out of the blue. But then my best friend ended up calling Nixon and then cursing him out the way she did. So she ended up just leaving it like that, because the way my best friend ended up cursing Nixon out was like, there's no point of trying to clear it out, because for you to go through to that extreme and then bringing the kids in it, like, you already mad. If you're already doing all of this stuff, there's no point of trying to smooth things over. So she just left it at that. But throughout that year, while they were in Tampa, she was going through things with Nixon. And when y'all hear the story about this man, how conniving, how evil, how manipulating he is, it was like, it was just like, you can understand where Jolene's self-esteem level was, because sometimes it was like even I couldn't have dealt with a lot of the stuff that he did. Like, I don't give a y'all see, I'm ready to leave after a certain time. Like, I can't deal with it no more. But then they ended up splitting up, because the way, like, this is another thing about blended families too that I've noticed, because like I said, his girls never gave Jolene the respect that she deserved, especially the youngest one. Like, she reminded me of Tasha so much. Y'all know I need a nail set, so don't come for my pinky. But the youngest one, for her to have like, she got away with a lot of stuff. And then a lot of people not gonna say it, but she was the main one bullying Jolene's daughter. And I noticed that when I was staying with them. And even with the oldest daughter, I think now that she's older, she started to take more of the responsibility, because the second oldest just stopped. But a lot of the responsibility fell on the second one, the second oldest. And it was like sad to start seeing the decline of that whole dynamic of that family. I stayed with them for like, I think 4 or 5 months. I stayed with them. So to see a lot of what was going on in the background, and when Jolene would tell me things, like, I believed her that year that we wasn't talking. A lot of the stuff really surrounded his kids, and especially the young one, because she instigated a lot of stuff. And she was the main one bullying Jolene's daughter. I mean, all of them had their parts in it, but she was the main one. So as I'm seeing this, like, I stay quiet to myself, because like I said, I'm not going to chime in about how you raise your kids. How you raise your kids is how you raise your kids. Because I know even though